Hey guys, I wanted to do a little bit on the Portland mayor situation. Currently, we have Ted Wheeler. Now, he is running for another 4 years, and I have referred to him as spineless, worthless, loser, all of those. And yes, I still believe that he handled the situation very poorly concerning the anti-police, anti-law enforcement movement. I am not going to take any of that back. But when you compare him to who is running against him and who currently is above in the polls or ahead in the polls by 11 points, Sarah Iannarone, he looks like a saint, almost like a Republican in this last debate. Anyways, yeah, let me just show you what her website looks like. So it's very, my 6-year-old son could have built this. There she is. It's all off center. And I know some of you might not think that matters, but to me, it absolutely does. Like a gun with a little cross, an anti-gun, and that's her thing. Anti-COVID, that's a germ. So, just low budget, and it just, I guess it is what it is. She says she's doing a grassroots movement. Okay. So the website is just really lackluster and doesn't give a lot of information, a lot of ideas, but not a lot of substance. So, she is very much anti-police. She wants to get rid of $50 million worth of funding for the Portland Police Bureau. $50 million. When asked directly by the moderator, where's that money going to come from? What are we as Portland residents going to see and feel that's different? She said the number one thing that she's going to cut is spending on the tear gas. She's going to get rid of their armor. So the SWAT team and the rapid response team, she wants to get rid of the armed, I'm sorry, I don't know the technical term, I should, but she's going to get rid of all of their protective gear, basically. When asked if she was directly correlated to Antifa because she's been dubbed Antifa's mayor, she said, I'm going to say what Joe Biden said because he said it best. Antifa is just an idea. So that's a big fat yes. That's scary. Here's a few things from her website. Okay, so this is something she wants to do is rethink public safety. Okay. She wants to stop throwing, this is quotes, okay? She wants to stop throwing good money after bad in the Portland Police Bureau. That's literally how she wrote it. Stop throwing good money after bad in the Portland Police Bureau. And that's that $50 million cut she's talking about. Okay. Housing for all. Ensuring the ultra wealthy pay their fair share. Again, this just goes to, okay, the ultra wealthy are who employ most of the people. My God. She also wants good government for the people. She wants to establish a public bank and guaranteed income for the city's most vulnerable. And when she was asked who the most vulnerable are, she said, for instance, all single Black mothers. Okay. Community-based gun violence prevention. Okay, so she wants the community to go into the community to reduce gun violence. But she wants to make sure that IPOC communities are not targeted. And again, that's anything but white. So she wants to make sure these other communities are not targeted. Well, the problem is, I don't think there's a lot of Scottish gang members in Portland or Irish. There's so much more to share. If you want to go read more of her hypocrisy, go on sarah2020.com, and that is her website. Let me just share a few things. Everyone knows Portland is just in the news worldwide, really, for the shenanigans that have continued here. At one point, 103 days, consecutive days of rioting and protesting. Violence, not just voices being heard, not First Amendment, full-on violence. Let's just talk about two things that have happened here in Portland just recently. Get this, a pro-police restaurant. So they're pro-hero, and this guy is a vet. He is a Black business owner, and somebody called him and said that his restaurant was on a list of law enforcement supporting restaurants, and something was going to happen to him. 2 days later, his restaurant was riddled with bullets. Luckily, no one was injured. And one of his windows bashed in with a baseball bat. Okay? Black owned. Let's see, what else do we have here? Okay, a Portland man, so one of these rioters, busted the window out of a Portland police cruiser and sprayed the entire vehicle or cruiser with pepper spray. That man was arrested and he had an arsenal of weapons on him. They were not guns, but everything you could think of outside of a gun, even stones, large stones that these guys have been throwing at the police for months.